The Good Liars did another Trump rally interview spree, and we've got to see this. Chad has been telling me I need to watch it, so without further ado, let's see what these Trumpers have to say for themselves. This is going to be fun.
The rally to end all rallies.
That's right. The rally to end all rallies. I heard that. Does this mean it's going to be the last one?
It could be.
Oh. Oh no.
This is the last one.
You think Donald Trump might not? So what do you mean until we're free?
Because we've been under a corporation government, and we're going back to the republic. So the gold.
Tell me more about that.
The gold fringe is coming off the flag, and we are going back to 1776.
A lot of the musical acts canceled. Donald Trump is going to be...
What? This is actually part of a conspiracy theory that I know about. For those that don't know, there is this theory that the reason it's a conspiracy theory, and it's what the sovereign citizens believe. I believe that lady is a sovereign citizen. You've probably seen the videos of those people getting arrested, and they're like, you have no right to arrest me. You have no right to arrest me. I am a sovereign citizen. I am traveling, or I'm not traveling. They have like special words for like what they believe the real law is of America. And essentially, they believe that America's government is a company that is essentially an offshoot of the British Navy. And that the reason why we have gold tassels on the US flag, particularly in like the background of public addresses by our highest ranking in office, such as the president, is because it's the same kind of gold tassel work that was on British Navy officer outfits, and that essentially hidden in plain sight are the clues that America is actually a fake country and a fake government, and it's secretly a corporation run by the British Navy. I'm not joking. They believe this. The sovereign citizens believe that the real law that applies when traveling around the US when you are a sovereign citizen is British maritime law. And so when a cop tries to arrest them, they start pulling out like 500-year-old British maritime law to try and get themselves out of trouble. That's hilarious. What? I promise you that is what that lady believes. That's what the golden tassels thing she was talking about is in reference to. That's all I needed to hear to figure out what she's talking about. Look up sovereign citizens, British Navy, gold tassels on flag, and you'll see everything you need to know.
Here, instead of some of the musical acts, do you think we're going to see Donald Trump sing tonight?
You know, God, I hope so, because he's a great comedian. You know, don't you love the way he dances to the Village People?
Whatever Donald Trump does will be entertaining.
You said Donald Trump is the greatest president of all time. What makes him the greatest president of all time? Better than Lincoln, better than our first founding fathers, George Washington?
Everything, because he's the most hard-working president. He should actually be in the Guinness World Record of the hardest-working president there is. He's accomplished more.
Hasn't he taken more vacation days to play golf than any president before him?
Than anyone that has been around, and he's a hard worker, and he's incredible. And, you know, he's like the energy bunny. It's hard to keep up with him. He's amazing.
Now, I'm sure you've seen the videos of him kind of nodding off in cabinet meetings and in the Oval Office. You're saying he's the energy bunny.
Yeah.
Is he just running out of juice and falling asleep in these meetings? Why do you think he's falling asleep?
I don't
It's not the energy bunny, it's the Energizer rabbit.
think he's falling asleep, and you know what, maybe he's not really falling asleep, but he's probably sick and tired of hearing the word that's in there, in the lowlifes that are in there that don't want to accomplish anything but sit on their frickin' ass and cause problems.
So what does that mean?
I like how Trump was supposed to drain the swamp, but not only did he turn the government into the swampiest swamp that ever swamped, he literally built a swamp in the Capitol. The reflection pool.
I can be sold?
You already are on the U.S. stock market. They traded your Social Security number, your bond,
Yep.
and made money off of you.
This is part of the conspiracy I was telling you about. She's a sovereign citizen. This is what I was telling you guys about. That every human being, like every American, if you have a Social Security number, you're actually an asset owned by the British Navy. We'll deep dive into this unless she starts explaining it. Like, okay, if she explains it, then we won't have to dive into it. But if we just move on from these things she's saying, I gotta read off like a summary of what these people believe, because it is wild. You have to imagine a lot of these people do support Donald Trump.
I don't know how that works.
You seem like you don't know quite as much about it as she does. Yeah. Where do you study this?
Well, I've been researching since 2020 how to, something's wrong with COVID. Something's really
God.
wrong. And so deep dive, 1,300 pages later.
So deep dive on the internet or on Facebook?
Yeah. And then coordinating with other people, to find out more
And
information.
then all of
Please
you that were
specify
clicking
what you
around,
are.
Click, 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 click.
I really hope she says she's a sovereign citizen. I really hope.
How do y'all feel about Donald Trump?
No. Okay, does she show up more later? Please tell me we get more of her. I don't think we do. We do. We do get a little more of her, but I don't think we get enough of her for her to actually explain what she believes. I gotta do this for you guys. Trust me, it's worth it. Stay tuned. Okay. All right, here it is. The British Navy concept within the sovereign citizen movement is a misunderstanding of maritime admiralty law. Adherents falsely claim that modern legal systems are secretly naval or corporate jurisdictions used to trick free citizens into becoming subservient vessels or cargo. Sovereign citizens believe that common law was secretly replaced by admiralty or maritime law, the legal system governing the high seas and naval, merchant, marine affairs. They claim governments treat courts as floating ships and judges as naval captains. Adherents argue the government creates a corporate straw man at birth, represented by your name written in all caps in your birth certificate. They believe the flesh and blood person is entirely separate from this vessel that courts have jurisdiction over like a corporate entity. That's in reference to the whole they bought and sold your social security number thing. Gold fringe flags. A common manifestation of this theory is the belief that a gold fringe on an American flag inside a courtroom indicates that it is a naval or maritime court. Adherents believe they can opt out of the court's jurisdiction by pointing this out. That's right, they believe you can literally get out of any trouble in court if you point out, this is a maritime court, this isn't real. There are many videos of sovereign citizens crashing out and being dragged out of the courtroom by a bailiff because they refuse to entertain the court proceeding because they say, I pointed out, you have to let me go. I did it, you have to let me go. The framework is frequently used by individuals attempting to dismiss criminal charges, avoid taxes, or bypass traffic laws. The movement's pseudo-legal arguments are rejected by legal authorities, and these maritime jurisdiction claims are universally dismissed in court. But that's the entire basis of that lady's worldview. I'm telling you guys, I don't make this shit up. These people are out there, and they're ridiculous, and I love learning about how silly they are. Because then I can tell you guys about it.
We love him.
Yeah.
We do.
Yep.
We're
Love everything he does.
He's doing an amazing job.
And what's his greatest accomplishment thus far?
I think he's tying our country together. I feel like that might not be the most popular opinion, but I think that since
he's like famously, like there's a lot of divisions in the country right now.
Divisive.
Yes.
However, I think that people are kind of starting to have their eyes opened.
Okay.
And he's really showing that politics aside, we're all Americans. And
Okay.
I've seen a lot of people.
I love the range of crazy and stupid we're seeing. We've got the really crazy people, like with the sovereign citizens. We've got the dumb people, like those two guys that said, he's just funny. And then we've got the really dumb people who are like, he's just uniting people. He cares about America. We need to heal political division.
Myself included, that's kind of come from other political belief systems and united under the idea that America is truly great.
Because he's, called people scum, he called people vermin, he called the Democrats, he said some Democrats should be arrested and potentially retruth something about lawmakers like getting shot for
But he just says those things, though. But when he starts doing it, they're going to have a new excuse.
treason, hung for treason. Is that a uniting message?
It may not sound like it, but I don't know. I think overall, I mean, I've probably said some pretty harsh things about.
There it is. There it is. He's just saying things, though. But then as soon as he does the thing that he said he was going to do, it's a new excuse for why it's okay that he actually did it.
People I disagreed with as well.
Okay.
So,
You called for their death?
no.
I think in the end, we just going to have to rough them up a little bit more to get them into submission.
When you say rough them up more, you mean bomb Iran more?
yes, take out some more of their infrastructure.
America, hell
You have
yeah.
some kind of strong opinions on the Iran war, some ideas about how maybe you believe we're going to win in our negotiations, right?
Yes,
All right.
definitely.
Just for our viewers, just point it out on the map for us so we know where Iran is, and then we know exactly where we're talking about.
Okay. Oh, you want me to point it out? I
No.
would say somewhere in here, but I'm not.
No, he wanted your imaginary friend to do it.
Want me to point it out? I would say somewhere in here, but I'm not sure. How'd you say? I always see the little picture. I've never seen it like there.
Oh, okay.
The classic gotcha to make an American shut up about global politics. Okay, point to the country on an unlabeled map.
Somewhere in the Middle East. And so
Yeah.
that's the reason why I was thinking in this zone, but I
In
don't
that
know.
area. Well,
I'm guessing.
yeah, well, you just seem to know a lot about it, or have
Well-
strong opinions on it.
Well, I have strong opinions about it, but I haven't sat down there
Right.
and did push pins on a
Found it, yeah.
on a wall map, if
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
No, sorry. What it's right there. But what you were pointing at Italy, I think.
Well, I just looked for the gray, and I know it's a little small area.
Yeah, it's over here. It's pretty big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
This ad says Trump was right about everything.
President Trump wore this hat a lot for a while.
You think Trump was right about everything?
Absolutely. I've not found a single thing he wasn't right about yet. Well,
He said
Remember when he said the war would be over in 30 days? Just to start with. Just as a start. Remember when Trump said the war would be over in 30 days? How is that? That's an objective case of him being wrong, unless you're so on the Trump train that you enforce the pretending like he didn't say stuff he said in the past, which many of them are on that train. Like if you try to acknowledge his past statements, then you get accused of TDS. Any statement Trump has made in the past that is inconvenient when juxtaposed with his current actions, if you remember it, you have TDS.
he said he was going to end the war in Ukraine on the first day. Did that end?
no, it did not.
He said he was going to end the conflict in Gaza on the first day. Did that happen on the first day?
No, it did not.
Instead of actually fixing the problem.
True.
See, that's the problem. You got too many people playing games. You can't have a game. This is a problem. Here it is. Let's get it done. No games. Get no bullshit. Let's get it done now. It's simple. Life is simple. We don't play games. And these Democrats, they're on crack. They're half on drugs. They don't know
He meant no new Star Wars. Well, there was a new Star Wars, so that was also a fucking lie.
what the hell they're doing. They don't have a brain. I was just in a meeting yesterday. I got lucky. And it was really embarrassing to see that these are actually working in our cabinet. It's disgusting. It's a disgrace.
Who are the bad people in his own cabinet that he
Not
picked?
in his cabinet. I'm talking about like this Democratic. Some of the things that are going on. It's embarrassing. If I was a business.
Remember, her zone has been flooded. She's been drowning in right-wing propaganda on her Facebook feed nonstop. So while it's just sort of like a haze of propaganda that's colored her view of the left, this isn't about how much she loves Trump. It's about how much she has been trained to hate the left. And it's at this point now where she can't even quite describe why or give examples of why, because the examples are so numerous at this point. It's a little bit like how they try to overwhelm the left. Like, name one thing you don't like about Trump, and you're like, Granted, I feel like most people could probably name at least one thing, but usually it's like, name 5 times where he's lied. Something like that. And they try to get you because they flooded the zone with so many horrific scandals that Trump is engaged in that it's hard to pin him to a single thing. It's hard for the media to keep up with whatever it is that's current, because there's always something new that's current when it comes to Trump scandals.
Owner and I was hiring some of these people in there, I wouldn't hire them. I wouldn't like the Democrats. I wouldn't hire them. They don't work. They're not on time. They don't fulfill their duties. Why have them? And not to mention they get people killed with their bad decisions, or they cost us more money. That's insane.
Click.
People have not died because of wars in the past, except for Ukraine. How many people?
Right.
I like that. People have been saved by wars in the past. And it's like, okay, fair enough, except for Ukraine. It's like, okay, all right. The one example of a war you could bring up that's happening right now, where if the war wasn't happening, more people might be dying or suffering, and you clarify, but not that one. Not that one, though. They should stop fighting and let Russia win.
Except for Ukraine.
Yeah.
Well, and then you had what's going on in the Middle East right now.
Yeah, get the oil flowing. That's the big thing.
Right. Well, the war in Iran, people died, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the military pieces of them. But if you look where he's not hitting residential areas. He's hitting military.
Right, but there are other wars in the Middle East. You have what's going on in Gaza and Lebanon, and
that should be over by now, and it should.
So is he ending wars or starting them?
Ending them. He's working.
What about Iran though?
Why did he start a war?
War started.
Why is he? He's kind of started multiple wars at this point. This is not the first one he's started. I mean, hell, he's a very big war hawk when you also account for his first term too.
He bombed them, right?
Okay. And that whole.
Is he starting or ending wars?
I say he's ending it. And
what about Ukraine? Ukraine, you brought it up. It's still going on, right?
Yeah. And he's, from day one.
And what between Israel and Hamas and Lebanon, those are still going, right?
Yes.
And then Iran, he started, right?
Yeah.
You think that the Democrats brought the algae in there?
Oh yeah, they did. They caught the guys. Or actually, I think it was an illegal, which the Democrats brought in the illegal.
Yeah. So I actually found out that not only is there no evidence of that, which is extra silly, but there's not even any evidence of someone vandalizing the coating on the reflection pool. The claim of someone using a razor or a box cutter to cut into the pool is unsubstantiated and unproven, and they've got no suspects. So she literally just made up, or probably saw some post that was made up on Facebook about how they found or even have a suspect as to who did it, and they were an illegal, supposedly. They were an illegal immigrant. Also, no, the algae was not put into the reflecting pool. That's not how algae works. If you can have a chlorinated pool, like a pool that was just shocked and has tons of chlorine in it. If you don't know what pool shock is, it's a treatment you do to the water to clean it up. And you don't want to swim in it for like a few hours after you shock the pool because it's that powerful. It's not good to swim in. Or breathe any of the fumes coming off of the pool for a little while. Like, you should stay away from it. But yeah, like, you can shock a pool, you can shock a body of non-flowing fresh water, but it's going to grow algae if you leave it out in the sun long enough. That's just how water works. Anyway, what a bunch of silly little chuds. If you enjoyed my debunking and my commentary, then leave a like, subscribe, comment down below, and ring the bell icon if you want to see more from me. And consider hyping the video too. I forgot that's a thing that can be done. Thank you for watching, though.